Today I am going to talk about tools for technical writing. In my presentation, I am going to cover following points: why technical writing tools, how to create a first document in LaTeX, how to make various sections and subsections, how to add references in any document, and how to write equations, and how to insert figures, and how to make tables in LaTeX. I expect that at the end of this lecture, you all will be able to create your own document in LaTeX. So first, let us see why we need these tools for technical writing. So let us see why the technical writing tools are required. The common scenario in research: as you are a researcher, you need to write the scientific papers or articles or theses and publish that work in various journals or conferences. So, as you know, when we go for publishing with different firms like IEEE, Springer, elsewhere, etc., these journals have their own formats for publishing the articles. Suppose we are going to publish an article in IEEE and we have submitted that paper, but after 2 to 3 months, we are getting the reply that your paper is not accepted or your paper is rejected. So again, what you need to do, you need to publish that document in somewhere or that article in somewhere else. So if it is not selected, one way you need to rewrite this article again as per the new format where you need to submit that document. And another way, if you are going to use the LaTeX, you can just need to change the style file to set their format. You can change 1 or 2 lines of codes in LaTeX, and you can simply convert that IEEE documents into the format which is required by Springer or elsewhere. That means there is no need of a complete rewrite. Similarly, similarly, when we talk about the review process, that means suppose you are going to get an article to review, and that article is in well formatted and it's look great, then you feel that article to read as like a reader rather than it is like reviewer. So in these views, there are a lot of difference. Once you consider an article as a reader and a reviewer, once you consider this article as a reader, you will not find much mistakes. You will just read that article with your interest. But when you go for that article to read like a reviewer, and you will point out a lot of issues with that articles, and this obviously will reduce the chance of acceptance of that article in particular journal. So the formatting of article is very important, and it will increase the chance of acceptance, since the well formatted article, the general mentality of the people is to read just like a reader. And another thing, if you are a supervisor of some PhD scholars and your students are giving thesis for corrections, what you will do? You will obviously check the thesis and give some corrections. Sometimes in that correction, there may be some addition of contents and there may be some deletion of contents. At that time, what will happen if you ask the students to add some figure or some contents to the thesis, then obviously the page number will be getting changed by adding each content to the thesis. So when you submitted you get this thesis, everything was in format or in order, that list of contents, list of tables, list of figure, etc. But once you add some contents in between, then it will change the page number and you need to recheck all these things again, that whether that figure is in same page or it has shifted to some other page, etc. But if you go for LaTeX, all these things are done by using a simple comments like slash list of figure slash index slash list of content, etc. So obviously it will automatically generate all the list of figures along with page number, and you don't even page number changes, it automatically take care of updating all these page number in every run of the LaTeX document. So these are some advantages of using LaTeX tools for writing. I'm not saying that this is not possible with your word processor. It is possible with word processor, but it will take a lot of time and effort to do all these things with your word processor. So simply we can say the LaTeX is a typesetting system suitable for producing high quality scientific and mathematical documents. It has an input file and various packages and the text or coding session. After that there is an output driver and there is an output file which is either in PDF form or PostScript form, whatever the form you require, you can take it. So let us see about some installation process, and I will share at the end of this video how to install these packages and how to install this editor of LaTeX editor. I will share the video link with you. You can go visit in that video and you can easily download the software and install, and you can start work with that. So here we need two things for using LaTeX. First one is a LaTeX editor. Another one is a midtex package. The midtex package can be downloaded from midtex.org, and also you need some editor. Editor you can find in internet n number of LaTeX editors. Some are listed here like Text Studio, TextMaker, WinEdit, TextWork, etc. In this session, we are going to use the Text Studio for producing the document using LaTeX for a hands-on session. So these are the two required things. First one is the midtext and another one is the LaTeX editor that we are going to use here is Text Studio. Now let us have the small idea of LaTeX file structure. So this LaTeX file structure consists of three things. First one is document class, second one is package used, and another one is main body of the document. So let us see about the document class. This is a predefined format. That means this document class specify that predefined format, which may be an article, which may be a report, which may be a book, etc. And that is represented using the command that /document class, and you will have a options, a bracket here, and inside that you can have different options, and here you can specify the classes. So the options are here, you can choose for your document that you are going to prepare. If you want to use A4 size document, you can write the A4, and after that you can put comma and write 11 pt, 12 pt, 10 pt, which will give the font size of your document. And also you can have the option here that whether you want to write it in 2-column document or single column document, or you want to write the documents in landscape, portrait, etc. You can specify here. So accordingly, when you start writing a document, you can specify the required format of your document by using, or you can define the format of your document using your class file. And this class you have to mention whether you want to write article, report, or book, etc. Another thing, you need to use some certain packages. For example, if you want to insert some figures into the document, you need to use graphics packages, math packages for mathematics or equation writing. Likewise, you need to use various packages. So that is also inbuilt with LaTeX. You can readily use it whenever required. And finally, a main body of the document, which starts with a begin document and end document. Inside that, you can write whatever the content you need to appear in your PDF document or your document, like abstract, introduction, or methodology, after that conclusion, etc. You can easily write on that main body of the document. So these documents looks like this, having starting comment. That means you need to give the class of the document, either document class, and here we have given 12 pt, that means 12 is the font size of these documents. And here we have selected the class file, that is article. So it will create an article with 12 font size. Now let us see here. Here we need to use different packages. So for example, you use packages for color. That means you need to highlight some text or something in some different color. You need to use the package of color. And here you can see that use package graphics. For this package is used for inserting figure into the LaTeX document. Now this complete body of this document, as I discussed earlier, you can see here that it is starting from a begin document and it is going to end from a end document. And inside this you can write the content which should appear in your main body of the document. Now let us see these two documents. One is created in Word and one is created in LaTeX. So here you can easily see that at this portion you can see uneven spacing at this place and this place, etc. But when you see this document, you didn't find such uneven spacing of the content in this document, since this document is prepared in the LaTeX and all these spacings and requirements are already fixed at the place of with your class file. So when you write the contents inside, it will automatically take all those things from the class file, and you will not find such things of issues with the spacing in LaTeX. So I think this will be a brief introduction of the LaTeX and the requirement, or why we need to go for using such type of tools for writing the research articles or thesis, etc. Now let us do one hands-on session. Like, let us I'm going to share my screen and we'll start doing one article, or we are going to prepare your first article using this software. Okay, so here you can see, Pranda sir, my screen is visible.
Yeah, sir. Your screen is visible, sir.
Okay, so this is the text studio that I have already installed
Sir,
in it.
can you please, sir, zoom, sir?
Okay, once I enter into this now, then I can zoom it. At this
Okay,
point
okay,
of time, it is not possible.
okay, 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 okay.
Okay, so here you can see this is the text studio and LaTeX we have already, MidText software we have already installed. So now we are going to create a first document using a LaTeX. So my editor here is the text studio. So here you can see a section which is written as wizard. If you go here and click here, and you can have one option quick start, click it on here. So one pop-up window will open like this, and here you can have different option. Here you have document class. If you want to take the article, you can take this document class as article. If you want to take a report, you can take report. If you want to take letter, you can take letter. If you want to take book, you can take book. And if you want to go for beamer, you can go for beamer. Beamer is generally used for creating the PowerPoint presentation using this LaTeX. Now here you can typeface size, you can use here various type setting, or font size you can use whatever you want. You can set either 10, 12, etc. And you can also, once it comes into the article structure, you can change according to your wishes. And here you will have an option of choosing various paper, either A4, A5, B5 paper, etc. letter. According to your requirement, you can choose the paper size and input coding. This you fix, keep it fixed. Now here you can have the option, other options. Here you can have the options like whether you want to go for a landscape article, you can choose landscape. Whether you want to go for a draft, final, one side, two side, open, right, etc. One column, two column. Various options are there. According to your requirement, you can choose that. Here what I am going to do is I am going to choose a one side article, and then I am going to press OK. Okay, so you can see that it is automatically generating code. Pranda sir, whether now it is visible, these comments are visible.
Yeah, it is visible, sir. You can proceed. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. So these are the comments which is created from this wizard. Here you can see that as we have discussed, you can see that here document class is there, font size is there, paper type is there, and the one side document or two side document, etc. are there. Then the various packages are here, and it is automatically taking various packages like math package, fonts, symbols, graphics, etc. So so now we need to write our main content in this section, that is in between begin document and end document. So let us say when we go for writing an article, first thing what we need is we need a title. So let us see how can we go for that, or how can we write that title. So you can write simply slash title, use slash title and start a bracket, and here you can write the title that needs to appear in your PDF document. Now I am writing my first document using. After that, you need to give one more comment, that is slash make title. So make title. So these are the two commands you need to use for writing the title of the document. So let us run this code and see what is going to appear in this PDF. Now let us run this. So now here in right side, I hope it is visible. You can see that the title of the document is now appeared in this screen. Now you can see the title of the document is coming in this PDF document. Another thing we need in an article is an abstract. So suppose we need to write an abstract. For that, you need to write another command slash begin abstract. Once this editor will come give suggestion for you. So here it is coming begin abstract. You can click it on here. It will automatically create another command that is end abstract. So and here it is already written that the content. So now you take the content that you need to write in your abstract section. So just I'm using some content from here. So I'm copying this content from here in this Word file, and I'm pasting this content here inside. So now the content is appearing here in between this begin abstract and end abstract. So now let us run this and see what is going to appear in this document. So now you can see that this document, you can see now the abstract is appearing in this PDF document. So what next we need in an article? Now after abstract, we need to have one introduction. So how can we get this introduction section in this document? So for that, you need to write another command, that is you need to start a section, that is slash section you can take, and here you can write the introduction. Okay, now let us run this code and see what is going to appear in this document. Now you can see that a new section has started, which is named as introduction. Now let us put some content under introduction. We can copy the same content from here, and I am pasting that same content here below this. Now let us run this and see how it is appearing. Now you can see the after introduction, we are having the some contents here. Now let us see how can we add another section to this. So you can add another section like this. You can take this content from here and you can add another section. Let us say you can write slash section and you can write here methodology. Okay. Now let us run this and see what is going to appear. So now here you can see that the number 2 is coming automatically, and here it is coming the methodology. Now let us add some content here also below this methodology, so that it will appear a nice document at the final. Now let us run this code by pasting the content over here. You can see that the methodology is now appeared here with some content, that is this is the section 2 of this document. Now let us say if someone needs to add a sub content inside this methodology section, so how can we go for that? So for that you need to use this command slash subsection and we can write first part of methodology we can use, and we can have some content from here, and same content we can paste here. Now let us run this code and see what is going to appear here. Here you can see easily that the another section, that is section 2.1 has been created. That is first part of the methodology. Now let us add another subsection after this by writing slash subsection. You can write second part of methodology. Second part of methodology, and here also we are going to add the same content below this. Same content below this. So you can see here now the second method of part of methodology, which is coming under this section 2.2. Now you may have the question that if I need to add one more subdivision or subpart to this, so how can we go for that? Now you only need to add one more sub before this subsection. That means you can write subsection, subsection, and you can write here first part of second methodology, and you can have, when you run this document, you can see that now the number is changed. That means the subdivision or subparagraph of this is coming like this 2.2.1. so now you can put the some content below this and run this document. So you can see that here it is appearing the section 2.2.1. So similarly you can go and go for any type of content with these sections and subsections. Now let us have the one conclusion to this document. So we can write slash section, then we can write conclusion to this document and run it. So your third portion will be your conclusion. Now we can add some content to this conclusion part also. So let us see this. Now it has some conclusion for this document. Now you generally don't see this numbering in this conclusion part of an article. So you need to remove this numbering, like this numbering 3. So how can you go for that? For that you need to just add a star over here, then you run this document. You can see that now this numbering has been removed from this. So if you don't want to give numbering to any part of the document, you can use this technique to remove the numbering of these sections. So now let us see the document that we have created. Now we have created a document which is having a title, an abstract, an introduction section, a methodology, then after some subsections, then there is a conclusion. Now what we need in any document. Now let us learn how to add some equation into LaTeX document. Now let us go here and we need to add some equation here. So there are different techniques. You can directly learn the comments completely, and you can use that comment to write the equation in LaTeX. But one another simple method is there. There is an online tool. You can go there, like you can go search in Google like LaTeX online equation. I think this is visible. You can click here. So you will have a tool something like this. Here you have various options like these symbols that you can use. Suppose we need to write one equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So how will you write this equation? So we need to write ax square. So you can write a directly here, and x square you can see here x power a. So you click it here. In this it will generate a code something like this. Now you need to write square, so you need to write 2 here. Now you need x, you need x here. So you can say that, see here that ax square is generated here. Now you need to add x square plus bx. So we need to add plus. You can directly write a plus sign. Now you need b. You can write b directly, and here also you can directly write x, and then you can also have plus. Then you can write c equal to 0. You can directly write. So this is the equation which is going to appear in your document, and this is the code for that. So now you can copy this code from here, and you can go back to here, and here you can put this equation in a manner that slash begin equation and end equation. So it will automatically generate another command which is end equation. So you can paste this content here, and you can run this document. So now you can see that the equation is appearing here like this. So let us practice another equation, that is minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So how can we bring all these things together? So first we need minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. So when you write this equation, we need a fraction like this. A by b fraction will be coming. So first a part will be coming for minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac, and b will be coming for your 2a. So you can click here. So one fraction slash fraction command will be coming here. So this will be your numerator, and this will be your denominator. So in numerator what we need minus b. So you can write minus directly, and you can write b also directly. So you can see here correspondingly it is showing here whether you are writing correct or not. Minus b plus or minus you need. So you can search here where it is coming. So from here you can see this plus or minus sign is coming here. Here it is coming plus or minus. So you can click here. So it is generating comment here. So here also you can see that plus or minus is coming. Plus or minus. Now what you need is root b square minus 4ac. So now you need to find out the root. So here there is root. So you can click here root. So in this root, what you need inside that is b square. So for b square you can have this x raised to a. So from this you can have x power a. The square term is going to come here. So you can write b here. So it is coming b square. Now what you need b square minus sign is needed. Now you can write 4ac. So now your numerator is ready, b square minus 4ac. Now what you need is denominator. What is in denominator? In denominator you can write 2a. So what is this? This is your x. So you can write this x equal to this one. So finally your equation will appear like this. So now you can copy this content from here, and you can paste that content here by writing slash begin equation and end equation. In between you can paste this content and you can run this document. Now you can see that your equation is appearing here, and here you can see that the equation number is updating. Here the equation number is updating. So now we have learned how to write title, how to write abstract, how to write various sections, how to add equations in LaTeX. So here in this you can also use various symbols to write the equation. Suppose if you want to use any other symbols, for example, you can use various brackets and symbols, integration, everything is available here, and you can make use of this, and you can easily create the codes by seeing this GUI, so that there will not be any mistake, and directly you can copy and paste that content into your text file so that it will appear. So now what extra we need in a document? So we need some tables in documents. You will, if you create a document or some research article, you need to add some tables. For table also we can easily go for online tool, that is LaTeX online table is generator is also available. So you can simply write here and you can go here, create tables in LaTeX. Now you can see here an online table generator is opened. I think it is visible. So it is opened. Now here you can go to file and you can write new table. Suppose you need 4 rows, 3 column. So you can choose number of rows you want and number of columns you want. So now let us go for create. So now your table is created here. Now if you want to write the content in this table, you can just click here. Now you can write name of the student, name, and if the subject 1 mark, then here suppose you can write subject 1 mark. Suppose you want to write here subject 2 mark, and here you have students like A student, and now the marks that got is 44, 45, 46. This is subject 2. Then we can say this is 47, 46 and 45. Now you can see different options here. So let us see one by one. So you can choose all these tables. If you want to left align your content, you can click here. So your all the contents inside the table is going to be aligned in left side. If you need central alignment, you can click here. It is coming like this and it will come to the middle of this document. Now if you want to use right alignment, you can click here. So it will appear in right side of the table. This is for making the content bold, and you can make italic, and you can use underline, and this is for table borders. Here you can have the border for this table that we will use, and this is used for merging the table content. That means if you want this as a single subject 1 and subject 2, you can go and merge the content by selecting these two columns. So now let us create the code for this. And one more thing, let us say one more thing we need to add. Let us make this two thing bold, this thing bold, and this portion also become bold, and we'll make this content middle. Now there is, when you go down, there is another option, that is extra options. You can see captions. So in generally when we write the papers or articles, we write the captions for tables at the top of the table. So what we will do, we will take caption above, we will click. Once you click this caption above option, you will have another place, type your caption. So here you can write my first table in LaTeX. So now this is generated here. Okay, so now let us generate. So when you generate this site is going to automatically create the code over here for the values that you have defined in this. So now let us copy this from here, this content from here, and we can paste this content. Let us say we need this content just below this second part of methodology. If you want to go from this place to this document, you can right click here, go to the source, so it will come here. So you can put this content, the copied content, directly here. Now let us run this document. Now let us run this document. You can see the table is appearing here. Table is appearing here. See how we this. Now you can choose various borders. So you can have this border here, and you can again generate from here. It will add some comments, more comments. Now let us copy this code again, and paste that thing in this document and run this document. Now you can see that all the borders are appearing here. Now you need to make this table in sender. You can write slash centering. You can use the command. When you run this document, you can see that now your table is appearing the center of the page, like this. Okay, so this is the table that you have created. But in IEEE, you can see the tables in some other format. Let us try to make or modify this table in that way. Now I think we can remove this table also, because we just put with the intention that to show you that if you are not choosing the borders, it will not appear here. So I think we can remove this. I think we can remove this. So okay, let me run this again. So now we have this table. Here you can see one more thing. Here you can see one more thing. One square bracket is here. Now let us write a H here, and see what is going to appear. Now this h, when you write, before you write, before you are not writing h in this place, your figure was here, table was at the top of the page. But once you write h, it is appearing here. That means where it is placed, it will appear there. That means this document using latex, after that the table needs to appear. Once you write appear, that h means here, that means it will appear the place where you put the comment. So it is coming at this place. Moreover, if you want to take this table into top of the page, you can write T, and you can also use B for putting your table below your page, or the table at the bottom side of the page. You can use B for putting table in bottom side of the page, and you can also use T for putting the table in top of the page. Now let us transform this table into IEEE format. So in IEEE format, you can see that there is no lines in between these, and here you can have double line at the top. Now let us identify where the double line is coming. Now when the first H line is coming here, this H line will draw a line here. So now let us write here one more H line, one more H line. Then let us run this and see what is going to appear. So now you can see here two lines are coming. Now we need to remove these vertical lines from this table. So we can go here and delete these lines. These lines. Now let us run this document. Now the vertical lines are disappears, and you can see in IEEE papers these lines are also not going to appear. So what you can do, you can remove this H line from here. So what is going to happen? So here this line is not appearing now. Now you can remove this line. So now this you can see that the tables which are appearing in the typical IEEE papers, you can see here. So likewise, you can have the tables and you can modify the contents or lines or style according to your wish. So now we have learned about equations and this table. Now let us see another important thing, which is figures. Okay, how to insert figure in a document. So now let us insert a figure just below this. So now for inserting figure in LaTeX, we need some prerequisite. Let us save this document. I am saving this document in RIT workshop folder. So this is my document. I am giving name my first document, and I am saving this here. Okay, so I have saved this document. Now let me go to the folder of this RIT workshop. So here you can see that my first document, and interestingly you can see that I have just copy and pasted here two figures, that is F1 and F2, which is in same folder. That means where my code is running, in that folder I have already placed my figure 1 and figure 2, which I am going to insert in my document. So this is very important, that if you want to insert the figure into LaTeX document, you need to put the document and this figure in same folder, otherwise it will show error. So now it is in same folder. This is my document I am working, and this one is the figure figure 1 and figure 2. So now let us see, we need to insert the figure here. So let us go make some space that for inserting figure, what we need a package, that is graphics. It is already there, so we are not going to write. If it is not there, you need to use this package graphics. So now let us see, here we are going to insert figure. For that you need to use one command, that is slash begin figure. So we start the figure environment. So after that you need to add the component contents. After that, how will you insert the figure? For that you include graphics. It is giving the suggestions. So you can use this include graphics. Here you can see one square bracket where you can specify the dimension of the figure that you need, on what dimension you need your figure. That is, you can represent in height and width. So I can write height equal to, in mm I am writing 40 mm, comma, and width. Now you can represent the width. We can have 60 mm, width. Now this command is to call the graphics or figure. Now here in square bracket you have given the height, which will represent the height of the figure which is going to appear in the PDF document. And here you can see the width, which will give the width of the document which is going to appear in the PDF document. Now here you can see image file. So here I am writing F1. Why I am writing F1? You can see from this folder, this figure is named in F1. So I am giving F1. Now let me run this code and see what is appearing here. Now it is showing that this F1 is not found. I don't know why it is not showing. Okay, let me write it again. Let us begin figure environment. Begin figure and figure. Now you have graphics. Can represent include graphics. Okay, now you can see that the figure is appearing in this document and it is appearing in the top of the page. So let me show this, the command that we have used. We have used slash begin figure, after that include graphics to include the graphics. Then after we have used height that means this will be the height of the figure, and then after we have used width, that means the width of the figure, and this f1. So now you called the figure into this document, LaTeX document. Now let us make this figure in sender. For that, as we have used in table case, you can write slash centering. You can use centering. Now let us run it. Now you can see that the figure is now appearing the sender. And another thing what we need to write the caption. We need to write the caption to this figure. So where we need to write, in generally we used to write the caption for figure below the figure. So let me write the caption slash caption caption. So we can write the caption, my first my first figure. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible, sir.
Okay, and I hope it is visible also.
Yeah, sir, it is visible. Carry on, sir.
Okay. So this is my first figure in LaTeX. So you can write the caption here. Now let us run this. You can see that now this figure is appearing in this document. Now suppose if you want to add one more figure to this document, you can just copy this whole command and just add, just change this f1 to f2. Why I am changing this f1 to f2? Because I have already given name of the figure in this tab, in this folder, which is f2. So now let us run this, and now you can see that another figure is appearing here below. And you can, interestingly, you can see that it is taking the figure number also. That means the first figure is figure number 1 and the second number is figure number 2. Even both are having the same label. So we can change this label to this, change this label to second figure. Second figure. Now let us see this. Now you can see that this figure is appearing at this point. So let us have a square bracket here at the begin figure and try to write h and see what is going to happen. So now let us write this. You can see that now this figure is coming at the place where you require. Okay, so now let us reduce this height and this height also, so that it will looks good. And after that you can give here one more h, so that it will also come to the place. If the space is there, then it will come. So now you can see that these both figures are there in this document. Okay, so now we have seen about how to add equations, figures, tables, etc. in LaTeX. Now at last we are going to discuss about the important thing, how we will add the references to any LaTeX document. Okay, so now for adding references in LaTeX, we need bibtex, or a bib file needs to be created. So let us see how we can create this file. So now I am going to create a new file here, new text document. Okay, and I'm just clicking here and it is opening just like this, new document in Notepad. Now I need to add some references to this article. First we need to create so let me go to Google Scholar. I'm going to Google Scholar. Okay, so here I need to have some papers. So suppose we need to have some paper in CNN. That means I need to refer some paper for CNN, or I know the title. If I know the title of that paper, I can write here. Okay, so I am writing here CNN. You can choose any one of the paper. For example, we are doing. But if you want, if you know the title of this article, you can paste that title here in Google Scholar. It will come like this. Okay, so now you can see one point here, this one site. So you can click here. Once you click here, it will open something like this. When you go down, you can see another option here, which is BibTeX. So click it over here, so you can have the code something in BibTeX format like this. So what you need to do is you need to copy this code from here and you need to paste that code in this text document. Okay, so this is one document. Now let us go back to the site of another paper, which is let me take this one, this one. So you click it here and you can go here in BibTeX. So it will open like this. Keep it, copy this one and paste that thing in this here. And if you want to go another one, you can go back again and you can take, suppose you want this paper. So you can have, you want to cite some papers like this, you can take here and just this, copy the content from here and you can go this file. So now we have three references or three paper we need to cite. So what we did, that paper we have taken in BibTeX form from the Google Scholar. You can see here something which I am highlighting. This we call it as handle of the citation. Similarly, this is another handle of the citation and this is another handle of the citation. So this is very important. This handle we are going to use to call the references into this document. Okay, so now what I did is I just opened a new text document and I have copied and pasted the reference or BibTeX style of the reference from the Google Scholar. Now what I am going to do is I am going file, then you will have one option which is save as. Now you go save as and you can give the reference number or any name you can give. I am giving my name, Sujil reference, and here you take all files and then after you just give a dot, then write bib file. Okay, any name you can give. What I am doing is I am using sujil ref.bib and you can save this and now you can close this document. Let's go back in the folder. Now you can see that one file is created here. one file is created here, rough. This is a bibliography file. Okay, so now we need to add that references. Now let us, I kept all these things in same folder. As I discussed in the case of figure also, the bib file is also created at this place or placed in the same place. So now let me go to my text file. Here I need to write these references. So for including references, what I need to do? So I need to add bibliography. For that I can write slash bibliography. Okay, then what I need to write, start a square bracket. Then I need to put the name of my bibliography. So I am going here, rename, just copying that name and coming back to this article, and I am pasting here. So this is the name of the bibliography. Now what I need to do is I need to specify the style. That is, I need to specify the bibliography style. So how can I do that? How I can write bibliography style from here, and then I am writing IEEE trans, or you can write TRAN, IEEE TRAN. So now let us run this. Okay, so now you can see no references is appearing here, but it has come here references. Okay, suppose now you need to cite this first document at this place. How will you do that? Now for that, just go here. You need to double click this. Let us open this file. Okay, it is open here. Now suppose you need to cite this article at the end of this introduction content. So you need to do only just copy this content, that means handle of the document. You can copy it from here and go back to your file. And here you need to add reference. So what you can do, you can write slash cite, and inside that site you just put that name, and just running this document. Let's see what is going to appear. Now it is running. So now you can see that the reference number 1 is coming here. Similarly, you can see here that reference number 1 is appearing here. Similarly, if you want to add another reference after this paragraph, you can go here, and this is the place where you need to add. You can write slash cite, and that reference is, you need to take handle. This is the handle of that reference you need to add. So you can copy this handle from here, and you can give that handle inside this site. So you can paste it over here, and now let us run this code and see what is going to appear in this PDF document. Now you can see that the reference number second is also appeared here. Now again, if you want to add another reference, the same way you can go here and you can choose this handle and you can paste here. If you want to cite that reference here, then you can write cite, and you can write here cite and give that handle and run this document. So now this third references are also appearing in this document. So now we have learned everything, I hope, what that is required to produce a document in LaTeX. That is, a document will have table, figure, references, equations, etc. I hope you can do all these things. And one more thing I just forgot to mention here is, if you need to itemize some content, you can do that also. So if you want numbering, for that you need to use another package, that is slash use package enumerate. And if you want some numbering or some bullets inside here after this methodology part, so this one is methodology. After that you need some content in bullet. So what you need to do is, you need to have another command slash begin itemize. So it will automatically start with another command, which is end itemize. So you can write the content in one first content. Similarly, you can write item and you can write second content. So when you run it, this will appear in bullet forms like this. If you want to write it in numbering fashion, what you need to use is slash begin enumerate. So it will open an end enumerate command, and here you can write the first content, here slash item, you can write second content. Okay, second content. Now let us run this document and see what is going to appear. Now you can see that these contents are coming 1, 2 and number in number format. So now let's see the document that we have created today. So this is the document. I hope you can see this document. That means my first document using LaTeX, and we have created this document. This document is having some abstract, some introduction, some equations, some methodology, and some itemize, and some numbering, and some subsections, and another subsection, and some tables, and another subsection, some figures, conclusion, and some other figures, and some references. So this is a single column document. Now let us interestingly see what is the benefit of using LaTeX. Now suppose I am going to change this comment from here, this one side, to this one side comment. What I am going to do is, I am writing two column. Now let us run this document and see what is going to appear. Interestingly, within one comment, you can see that now the document is completely converted into a two-column document. So this is the entire beauty of you are using a LaTeX document. Within one comment or one line of code that we are going to change here, you can see that the entire single column document is now converted into two-column document. So I hope this session is helpful for you.